It's a stampede! DJ Ham the Stampede. DJ Ham the Stampede.
Yo, I couldn't. I mean, it's 1 o'clock on a Friday, but I had to get this review in because I saw this video. It's kind of old, but you know, people say toxic masculinity a lot, and I think this feminism that we're experiencing today can oftentimes be toxic. So it's another YouTuber podcast or whatever you want to call it, and I haven't watched the whole thing, but it's just interesting. But I did see a synopsis on it, so I just wanted to do a live reaction. Like, share, subscribe. We're trying to grow. You know what I mean? It's a stampede. Join the movement. Do the right thing. All right, so let's check this shit out. All right, so it's some type of event on some campus where he just goes, and I think they're having like a rally or sharing of information, and so he walks up. This is where we are gonna start at.
Hello. Hi. Can you tell me what we've missed here? Because it looks like something great happened and we just showed up now. What's going on here?
Yeah, we're in acting class, and we've chosen political speeches that we admire, and we've taken them to the park to give to the public and practice just spreading the words that we find passionate and powerful. Yeah.
That's great. I was wondering what was going on because she's up there and all these people, and I'm like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Can we ask you a really quick question for a little video? Just whatever comes to your mind naturally. What would you say? Can you name some things women just have a knack for more so than men?
Probably compassion and empathy and generosity of heart. Yeah.
So he said, what are women essentially better at than men? So instantly, compassion, empathy, kindness of heart. Be easy, right? And she might even be right.
Yeah, that's a lot of people go with that. And what comes to your mind if I say what would you say men are better at than women?
I don't know. A lot. I think both have their pluses and minuses. I think men are better at
Look at this shit though. She can't. Nothing comes to her mind. She's genuinely thinking though. But this is like, how do you say, like conditioning almost. Like she conditioned herself to not even like fathom what men could be good at as opposed to women. Just think. Look at how baffled she looked. Look at her face.
probably guarding themselves. Yeah.
Not so good with the emotions. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. Yeah. Well, they're good at a lot of things, but that's
nothing that you can think of right now.
No, that's just the one that came up. Yeah. Yeah.
What does that even mean? Good at guarding themselves. Think about this though, right? She's at a rally. There's men there. She's in school, I believe. There's men in her acting classes, I'm sure. But she says men are good at guarding themselves. That's toxic. That you can't even come to anything. Nothing comes to your head about what men are better than women at. But when it was the women's turn, she did what, 4 different things?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
Come on, man. It's ridiculous. Like, we got to come out of this, to be toxic anything, right? And men being men is often called toxic, just at a very baseline level, But a lot of times the things that our women do, they don't get framed with a negative connotation. But this is bad though, right? I would never teach my daughters to say, almost essentially, don't credit men for anything. Then she says some dumb shit like guarding themselves. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
It's like muscle stuff. Usually we're pretty good at muscles.
Muscle stuff?
Like strength.
Sure.
That's an easy one. That's a go-to one.
Oh, I think women are good at that too. Yeah.
But like as a 10.
This is stupid, right? So there's no admittance, right? The accountability is low as hell. Oh, but women are good. Yeah, I'm sure there's strong women, right? But generally speaking, and she's not a dummy, I don't think. Generally speaking, that's the truth, right? Men are physically more strong or stronger than women, just biologically. But you see, that's even a hard conclusion for her to come to.
Tendency, generally speaking, women are more connected to the emotions, but men are usually a little bit more muscly.
I think that's been the stereotype, but I think that's definitely changing.
I think women genetically are catching up to men in strength.
Yeah, I think the emphasis on men having to be so strong and like that sort of stereotype, I think that's going down.
You think that it's an emphasis on men being strong, or men just are naturally just stronger because of their genetics?
Oh, interesting.
I stand corrected. She might be an idiot. So obviously he's saying muscly, physically stronger. She was talking about men having to be strong, right? We're not even talking about the mental, but that was obvious though. But look at her face. Look at her face. That's a stupid look to have when he asked a very direct and specific question.
I think women are just as strong as men. I don't know.
Physically?
Yeah, I do.
But they're not though, right?
Yeah.
They're not. Like, look at this. I'm no normal dude. Look at my size. I'm just bigger, right? So I'm gonna have more muscle. That's a normal. It's just how it is. It's not.
Not all men.
No, there are of course exceptions, right? Of course, there's men who are like this tall, and you could just slap them and beat them up with one hand. But generally speaking, of course, there's men who are intuitive and very emotional and in their hearts and very good at connecting with their emotions too. But that's more rare than a woman who naturally would be more inclined to be connected to her emotion. You know what I mean? Like we just have differences, and that's what we're just exploring. We just find it really interesting how people are scared to say that we're different. I think it's okay to say that we're different. We all have our things that we're good at. Doesn't mean any sex is superior, but we're just different. We're just not the same.
I think it's just the word strong.
This is the problem, right? With Karen, right? If everything's not perfect, right, to how they deem it or see it, or they don't like the verbiage, right? They think they can change it. They think they can manipulate it. They think they can control it. Did you see the stupid looks on her face? Right? Because he's saying, like, by and large, men are stronger than women. She can't come to the conclusion that that's a fact. She says the dumbest shit that people say during an argument. But what about this? But women are strong too, but not all of them. Duh, right? But you don't solve for an outlier. You solve for the typical, right? For the majority, right? So you make premises based on, or excuse me, you make what did Hove say? Hove said we don't believe you. You need more people, right? So the more people that acknowledge something, that often becomes the truth and fact, right? But this is what a lot of people trust, right? The science, right? Physically, men are more capable, are physically more powerful, physically stronger. But she was baffled and couldn't even bring herself to form those words. Who made her like that?
Is a difficult one to apply to this because it's like saying women aren't strong.
We're only talking about physical strength. We're not talking like overall strength or goodness or any of those things. Just
see. And then with the Karens, they become victims, right? Women aren't strong. That's not what he said. He said men are by and large stronger, which is a fact, right? But they try to flip it, victimize themselves, right? Demonize the person that's talking to them. And then these are the type of results. Look at her face.
Physically. That's all it was.
Yeah, I think I get that. But I'm just questioning if there's another word that might, make it easier for people to say yes or no to that,
I don't know. What's another good word for strong?
No, that's what I'm proposing is.
It's a good word though. Strong. Strong is the word. Strong. Look at that. Look at that. That's strong. So yeah, that's but don't you think it's interesting though that like that you yourself, you kind of struggled when we asked what are men better at? You kind of, it was a struggle. It was like there was some part of you that didn't want to admit that.
Because you don't want to go towards I don't want to go towards the like hyper masculinity and like feed into that sort of like box that men are put in, and there's a box women are put in, and so I think it's a challenging.
But he asked you the same thing about women, and you gave stereotypical answers that were probably facts, right? Women are more intuitive, right? In touch with like how they feel, more emotional, right? Which has a lot of pros, right? By and large, right? That means on average, right? So she didn't have a problem boxing the women. As soon as the question was answered, she gave the stereotypicals, boom, 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 right? But then when asked about the fellas, she couldn't come up with anything. And then said some stupid shit. What'd she say? Guarding themselves. And she even said it like it was a question. Right? This is foul. Like this is a problem.
Time to be like, what,
Well, here's what I think. I think by admitting that we're different, but ultimately we're just two halves of one coin, right? Like we need each other, we love each other. So for real happiness and joy and peace to happen on the planet, we need to accept that we're different, but not see any one side as superior or better. Just that we're just different, and then we accept those differences. We love each other. We come together, and we make beautiful babies. That's what I think.
Are you asking if I agree or?
Well, no, that's just what I think. But do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think that everyone's different. I think, yeah.
Do you?
Do I think everybody's different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Do you guys want to come talk to us? If anybody's wondering why the faces of a couple of certain gentlemen are blurred during this video, it's not because I don't want you to see.
So I stand corrected. I think she's probably an idiot. Come on, man. You can't be serious.
See black people. It's not like I'm trying to save all you from the evil black people. I love black people in a lot of situations more than white people. But one of these guys happened to have complained to
Yeah, me too.
YouTube that I used their likeness without their permission, and that's why this video was originally taken down. That's a whole story, and I rant about that in a separate video on my second channel. Link is below. Enjoy. I think they like you more. I think they like you. How you doing? How you doing? You want to come talk to us? We're talking about the differences between men and women, and we're just asking people. She's not okay. Well, I don't know. How am I gonna fix it? She's not crying. I didn't ask anything. I was just asking what's the difference between men and women. Is she crying? All right, let's go talk to her.
Look, people be caping because she was capping. That's crazy. I need to say that more. They put a cape on for her, right? Not even understanding the situation, but because a man was talking to the woman. If you were from afar, you would probably see that it wasn't conflict. It wasn't an argument. They literally were discussing something. You could see that from 20 feet away, right? But because she walked off, made a scene, I'm sure, huffing and puffing and crying and all that BS that they try to pull, right, in order to weaponize who they are against and demonize whoever they were talking to or whoever they want to get in trouble or put in a situation. Now you got these, and it's crazy. The dudes that walk up, they wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight, right? They wouldn't kill nothing, let nothing die, but then they want to put a cape on for her. Yeah, I got this though.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Let's go talk to her. How's it going?
What y'all doing?
We're talking to people on the streets.
About what?
Come on, man. And then so you run down on boy, but you had to have your face blurred out because you reported it to YouTube. So you minded somebody else's business. You put a cape on, right? Look at this dude. Look at friend Steven here. Right? He haven't got no beard on his face. Come on, man. Let me get this one though.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
Definitely. It's crazy.
About the difference between men and women, what men are great at, what women are great at, everything.
What is this for?
You want to talk to us?
But who are you for? Like, what is this for?
For my YouTube channel.
Why is this being confrontational? Why is
It's not a confrontation.
I'm
because
just
you
very
upset
curious.
you upset the lady you were talking to. She's
Oh.
she's in an upset state.
I haven't.
Come on, my G. With the teal coat. Do you have a shirt on under your coat? Come on, man. And that's the thing, right? You run down because you see her crying, right? You not built like that. That's not in your forte. You don't want to defend nothing ever, right? Because you see my man with a camera and a microphone, right? And a little white girl running off, right? You think you're gonna put a cape on for her as opposed to asking a man some questions, but you come over hostile, like you ready, like what you want violence to ensue? I'm trying to understand. You run up on boy, right? What if he a ninja for all you know, right? But you didn't come out your day planning for none of that. But then you put a cape on, you can end up getting your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even know what's going on. I can understand if they ask some real questions, but the dude with the 3 shirts on to the left, he not even really listening. He ran up because of what he thought he perceived, and that's the problem.
Is anything upsetting at all?
So what if he asks? What are some of the questions you ask?
I'm gonna go through them with you. You want to do it? No. Let's go through the questions. Let's go through the questions. All right. So we're gonna go through the questions.
There's no need to be confrontational.
Pause it. You were very confrontational to that woman.
Hang on.
Were you confrontational?
I don't think so.
See, again, you put a cape on, not understanding the situation. That's how people get hurt, though, right? Like you really want to get some understanding before you take a side in anything, honestly. And none of them chose to do that, right? So obviously he got his cameraman with him. He's there. You don't know what else is going on. You know who else is around. There's a lot of prank shows, and they be deeper than you even think, right? But he's like, why were you being confrontational with the woman? Because the woman walked off with tears in her eyes because she was dishonest, right? She didn't want to admit, and then she was called on it with something that was very matter of fact, and couldn't even conclude to come out her mouth. Oh, yes, men are by and large, on average, stronger than women. But she did make sure she hit on what women are better than men at in terms of emotional awareness, or emotional intelligence, so on and so forth. So the hypocrisy is ridiculous.
Oh? No, I don't think.
That's a problem, man. You know, that really is a problem. The fact that he asked her literally, what are women better than men at? She gave 3 or 4 things. What are men better than women at? She couldn't think of anything. And that's some stupid as hell. Guarding themselves. What does that even mean? Right? And then he suggests that, oh, well, maybe on average, men are stronger than women. And she wants to try to change what he said and say, we don't want to say that. We want to use another word because she essentially got triggered by that. Why is that okay, though? Why does she get to get triggered, go off and cry, and then this man gets confronted by 3 different men caping and capping like they want some smoke, not even asking what was done, right? You know, and then when they did ask, they was hostile, right? So a lot of times they're not listening. What do you ask? Why did you ask, right? Why were you being confrontational? They didn't even see it. Then the stupid dude said, oh, well, were you being confrontational? Well, which one is it? You asked me why, then you asked me, was I? You should have asked what happened in the first place, right? Instead of assuming she was right. Because you can name a lot of people when they assumed women were right. White women were right at that. Rosewood is a fact. Emmett Till is a fact. Just because those are the most popular ones. But several different cases. Even now, right? And then it's almost like, I don't know, man. It's unfair. It's like masculinity, right? All that stuff is being attacked sometimes and being in danger, right? And I get it. Other things have been attacked in the past and even now to this day still, but You know, if we're looking for observance and everybody to kind of obtain the same rights, you can't start to then attack, right? What is like regular shit, but it was so quick to cape and the cap, and then we wonder why dumb shit like this is on YouTube. She ought to be ashamed of herself, man. But I got this for her, though.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Put him in the
Right? DJ Hamp the Stampede, man. I just wanted to react to this video. You know what I'm saying? I like to do it live because, it's better that way, right? It's all organic. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Do the right thing.